can't believe we're finally going to be finishing it.
Nicole, I picked up these two new...
Are you okay?
Ah!
Stop, what are you doing?
Uh-oh. Oops. Hi everybody, thank you for joining me on today's edition of Glen's Retro Show. Now I have to admit the two items I'm going to show you now caught me a bit by surprise a couple weeks ago when I first saw them posted by Nick Beals on the Bridge Direct Facebook group. I had no idea these were coming out, and he had gotten his hands on them a couple weeks ago, and it's taken that long for them to finally get over to my area's Walmart, and I was able to pick them up today. They are number 8, Joust, and number 10, Rampage. Now you may be asking, where's number 9? Well, we'll get to that in a minute. But these two are, once again, Walmart exclusives. They are game ROMs, not static screens, and they are using the NES ROM set for these two particular games. Now I haven't seen anything about them, even turned them on just yet. I picked them up and came right here to make the video. And let's go do an unboxing and take a look at some of the gameplay on them. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to talk about here two of the new arcade classics from the Bridge Direct. These two are so far exclusive to Walmart. We have number 8, which is Joust, and we have number 10, which is Rampage. And if we take a look at the boxes here real quick, we can see once again they've done a nice job from, at least the Walmart versions are really nice. I'm not a fan of the blister packs for the other places. You have to destroy the box to get the items out. This, you can get them out very easily. You can see again, you can see the console inside very easily in the front, as well as on the side. You can see the artwork on the side. And you can see this is number 8. They have a total of, actually there's 9 released so far, even though Rampage is 10. We'll get into that in a little bit. We can see the back of the box here. Again, all these include 3 AA batteries, so you can run a little demo mode to see what it looks like. And again, they do a really nice job with the artwork on here. They put some effort into the box, which is really appreciated. It's really nice. And there's a little button here you can press and get a little demo of the game playing. So once again, they have the joystick, 2 buttons, and the joystick is locked in the 4 positions. But again, it's a really nice box and a nice console. We'll take a look at the Rampage, which is number 10. Now, there's no number 9 yet, but again, we'll talk about that in a little bit. So this one is a Midway arcade classic. Again, 3 AA batteries are included. Now, this one you can see is in blue, and as far as I know, this is the first time they've offered a different color other than black. And it's also the first one with 3 control buttons on the control panel there, which is kind of nice. And again, you can see the side artwork in this nice window here on the boxes. They do a really nice job. The cardboard stock is very nice. The gloss is very nice. Doesn't come off easy. It's nice and protected with the graphics. That's really appreciated. They give you a nice quality box to put them in. And there we go. You can see on the bottom We got the UPC code and Basic Fun on the bottom. And again, you can press the button here and get a little demo of the gameplay. So we know, at least for these color ones, not the static screen ones, but all the color ones that they've released so far, more or less have been using NES ROM sets for their games. We think this one might actually be from a 301 cartridge. We don't know just yet fully, but these are definitely running NES ROMs, which seems to be mostly what they do. The only exception might be the Atari 7800 version of Centipede on their Centipede version that they released. So again, these are really nice. Now, when we take them out of the box, which I happen to have done already, we have Joust and we have Rampage. You can see here. We'll take a look at Joust first. So you can see here, again, it's the typical black case that they give from Walmart. You have your on-off button, your volume control. The joystick, once again, is locked into the 4-position joystick that we've seen as of late on these new ones. And then we have our they call it, what's it say? I can't read, my eyes are so bad here. I know that's your start button, and that's your flat button right there. Nice artwork on the side. I really need to get new eyes. In the back, we have the 4 spots where they use to lock the game into the box. 1 screw holding your 3 AA batteries, and there is a reset button in there in case you need to reset it. And again, there's 4 screws. It's very easy to get inside these units if you had to do any modifications if you wanted to do so. So when you hit the power button, the game will boot up here, and we know this is an NES version of Joust. There are 3 volume levels: low, high, and off. Let's get a little gameplay going on here. Now, I've never been spectacular with Joust, especially holding it up, but I'm going to do my best. I'm looking through a viewfinder here, so let's start it up. So the controls are very responsive. The fact that it's locked into 4 positions doesn't really affect the game. Play in this one at all. Got him. Nope, he got me that time, but I'll get him back. There we go. So it sounds good. Again, this is the NES version. It's not the arcade, so it's not going to be arcade perfect sound effects. But as far as the NES goes, it's pretty true to that. Well, don't fall into the lava. We don't want to do that. So the screen is very, very crisp. Actually, all these color screen ones they've released so far, the screens have been very, very good. The sound quality is very good. The joystick controls have been pretty good on this one. And the buttons are very responsive, which for a game with this, you need the buttons to be responsive so you can obviously flap your wings. So once again, I think they did a nice job with the game, the box art. It's a very, very nice game, and definitely a good little stocking stuff for a Christmas present for somebody, or a gift for yourself. I think the British Direct is really listening to people and building stuff that people actually want to play and purchase. I mean, there's other ones out there like the Dream Gear units that I feel the quality is really not there. They don't put as much effort into them, at least in my opinion. I think the plastics in these are much better. The screens are much better. The controls are much better. So the Joust here is really, really nice. Look. game over. So very, very nice. I mean, it looks great. If I was on your desk at the office, it would look great. I think it's really, really nice. Okay, let's take a look at Rampage now. And as far as I understand, this is the first time they offered it in a different color. It's in a blue color. And it's also the first one with 3 control buttons. We can see here on the front for start, jump, and punch. Our joystick, again, it's locked into 4 directions. You can't do diagonals. We have our on-off button. We have our volume control, which is off, low, medium, and high. We can see some artwork here on the side. On the back of the unit, we again have our reset button, our compartment for 3 AA batteries. And you know, when you look at these consoles from the Bridge Direct, the quality of the plastic is nice and sturdy. It's thick. The controls are fairly good. The screens are excellent. When you look at other manufacturers, the only one I could think of off the top of my head would be like Dream Gear. The consoles themselves, usually the plastic is very flimsy, very thin. The controls are very soft and delicate. Not to put them down, it's just that the Bridge Direct seems to be putting out some stuff with some quality into it. Also, like the Tiny Arcades, they're building quality stuff. Dream Gear, they have some catching up to do, in my opinion. But again, let's take a look now at Rampage. We're going to turn it on. We see our screen coming on, a nice bright screen. Now, the NES version of Rampage did not have all 3 characters. The Sega Master System one did, and that's the one I played as a kid. So this is obviously a hacked version of the NES ROM set that has all 3 characters put in, which is fine. I have no problem with that at all. But you can see the screen is really, really crisp. And let's start a game going. Hit the start button here. I'll do the best I can being in the viewfinder, as usual. And I'm going to be Ralph. I like being the wolf. Let's see what we could do here. Do some damage. This is a good game to play when you had a hard day at work. And you want to take it out on something. Tear up some buildings. Oh, gotta jump off. I'm a little hungry. Come here, you. So the joystick is very responsive. The buttons are responsive. So there's no complaints as far as that goes. If there's any complaints on this one, it's just that since it is a small screen, it's kind of hard to make out the color details on your characters. Again, it's just because it's a small screen. It's nothing against the Bridge Direct. The screen itself is really sharp. The joystick works really well, although I do wish it was not locked into 4 modes. I don't think it was necessary to do, but it is what it is. But the buttons work really well. Up, jump! Ah, into the water, splash. So again, these are like $19 at Walmart, and you know, they do a really nice job with them. If they're not at your Walmart right now, I'm sure they'll get them soon. It took me about 2 weeks between when Nick had seen them in his Walmart to me actually finding one at my local one. And a lot of people in the Facebook groups, the Bridge Direct, Tiny Arcades, had them already before I even got mine. But I'm happy to have them now. Better late than never. But it plays really, really nice. You know, if you see these, they make nice additions to your collection if you have them. And if not, it's a good time to start. Okay, so we have number 8 and number 10. So where's number 9? Well, we don't know officially what number 9 is, but unofficially we believe it to be Defender. Now, a lot of times in these mini machines, sometimes they manufacture more than one ROM in a console so they can easily switch on the motherboard between the games. Now, on the Rampage, there doesn't appear to be any other ROM on here other than Rampage, but it does have 3 nice buttons on it, which would work really nice with Defender. Now, what's funny, Joust over here, believe it or not, does have the Defender ROM on here. And Nick Beals had found on there and moved the jumper, and sure enough, Defender came up. We'll show you a picture of that right now. So it turns out you can actually play Defender on here. The problem is, with only 2 buttons, you can't get the Smart Bomb to work. However, some other ingenious people on the Facebook groups have found a way to take the ROM out of here and sacrifice it and put it in here, and sure enough, the Smart Bomb works. So let's take a quick look at that now. So you can see, these are not only really nice as they are, they also have a nice hackability for the hacker in you to make some changes to it. And also I have to do another shout out to Bruce Yeager. Bruce has actually made nice decals to replace Joust and RAMPAGE here, to have them stretched out a little bit better. He's done one for Frogger, and he's actually also made one for Defender. So if you want to convert your Joust into a Defender, remove a jumper, and you get the new decals. I'll take a picture of that right now. Let's see what that looks like. Or, if you really want to be crazy, you can pull the ROM out of here, put it into this little guy, which will require you to desolder 8-pin ROM off of here, desolder an 8-pin ROM off of here, and then put the Joust ROM on here, and then set it to the Defender mode on the motherboard, and you will then have all buttons going, and you get decals again from Bruce to make this to a nice Defender as well. Or, you can wait till spring, and hopefully number 9 will be Defender. If not, maybe Defender will be number 11. We don't know yet. Okay, well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry it took so late and long to come on, but I couldn't get these. I couldn't find them. I was going to the Walmarts every day for like 2 weeks trying to track them down, and I couldn't find them. I've actually reached out to Bridge Direct a couple of times to see if I can get some information about anything new they're working on, or if they want to make any comments to us about any of their up-and-coming product line. But also, in all honesty, what you see here is about half of the amount of Bridge Direct units I currently have. So I did ask them if they would be kind enough to donate one of their Arcade Classic stands to Glen's Retro Show so I can proudly display their items in my game room. I'm hoping to hear back from them with a yes. But if I don't, that's okay. I'll still purchase their products. They're really quality little game consoles. But everyone, thanks for watching. I hope you go out and pick yourself up a couple of these Arcade Classics from Walmart. All of them I think are worth it. I do wish they would re-release Pac-Man for a 3rd time with a proper ROM, and Space Invaders with a proper ROM. But if not, you can always build one yourself by looking at the links down below and looking at the instructions that I posted on how to convert one of these to a Raspberry Pi. But again, everyone, thanks for watching, and remember, game on! Sit, Blue Blue, sit. Good dog.